Winter has finally said goodbye here in Denmark, and I can feel the air slowly getting warmer. That means it's time to go camping. I love a good challenge, so I planned a 3-day hike in northern Zealand with one night camping in my hammock, and the other night I arranged to stay at a cute guest house near the coast. First things first, I need to pack a rucksack. And when you haven't hiked for many months, it feels weirdly alien to pack a bag. It's like I've forgotten all the items I normally take with me, and I have to go through all my camping gear again, laying it out on the floor and remembering all the things I need at different stages of the hike. Finally, it's time to head off. I parked my car at Fredensborg train station, where there is free parking. I also parked here because I'll be finishing the hike in Helsingør, so I plan to jump on a train back to Fredensborg and be reunited with my car. Once I got my pack on and strapped securely, I headed uphill towards the Royal Summer Palace. The first place I get off the asphalt is this beautiful ground surrounding the Summer Palace. Fredensborg Slots Park is worth a little visit just to stroll along the neatly kept paths, relax under the large trees, and just generally listen to the wind blowing the leaves around, and maybe taking a tour of the palace. But be noted, I think it's only certain times of the year that you can actually do that, and especially when there's no royals in residence. The spring weather in Denmark has not been particularly great in 2024, but for this hike, it has decided to kick my butt with some serious sunshine and temperatures of up to 27 degrees. As I left the grounds of the palace, I entered a golf course. Although I have no ambition to play golf, I can see the attraction. The slow, calm way to enjoy an activity in nature. It definitely has some appeal. Wow, someone really hit that ball. Jesus, he split it in half. Time to exit the golf course now and head into a long, busy road. The sweat was just running off my face, so this little cafe was a welcome break in the midday heat, and I had to grab myself an ice cream just to cool down. It's so much ice. Oh, I'm like glistening in the sunshine. Oh. Regardless of my sweaty mess, I must continue. I passed some really cute Danish homes that have these great lake views, and these horses couldn't be passed without a little hello. The grass was really long on the next section of path, and I was very happy to have long leggings on after a recent episode I had when I was running in long grass down at the fjords and got massive amount of red rash on my legs. Super itchy, do not try it. The air was much cooler here, and I welcomed the shade, taking some time to notice small things in nature. Kongernes National Park is a really nice area to explore in Sjælland in Denmark. It's pretty flat, and therefore it's very easy to walk around, bike, or even push a buggy or a wheelchair. Kongernes hestevognsstyre i Kongernes Nordsjælland. Okay, I have 3 kilometers left, about 3.5 kilometers, but I'm now in an area called Gribskov, and that is, if you look at the map of Esrum or Esrum Lake, then it is on the left side of the lake. So we basically started on the right, walked along the southern area, and then up into the left side of the lake. So I'm really looking forward to just actually setting up camp and relaxing now, because I'm definitely not used to walking with a filled pack, and I need some training. And as much as I've been running and trying to build up my fitness again, carrying the pack, I can really feel it in my hips. So it's completely a different experience when you have the pack. And in 3 days, I've got a 55 litre pack, and it's nowhere near full, but I pack very light. I'm very much out of shape when it comes to the hiking, and I'm hoping that I'm not too sore in the morning, because I have another
13 kilometers of hiking, and I really am hoping for good weather, lots of shade, and a nice comfortable bed when I get to the hotel that I'm staying at the other end.
The lack of hiking during winter and spring is taking its toll on my body, and I'm really feeling the struggle of completing the first day. I can hear the little voice inside my head saying, "Why do you do this to yourself?" I was born with a fighting spirit though, and I never give up easily. I also know that once I can relax in my hammock, I will remember why I do this.
That's where I started, and I've walked all the way around there. It's a big lake all the way around. Something the Nordics are actually very good at doing are these little free shelters. They're often just placed around at different nature spots, and they're completely free. Sometimes you have to pre-book them, but a lot of times you just rock up and sleep there. Clearly I'm super out of shape. And carrying one of these bad boys on your back, yeah. I've forgotten how hard it is on your hips and your legs. So now I need an electrolyte because I'm kind of dying, and I'm really close to my finishing point, but I'm really struggling right now. And so I'm gonna put one of these, and it will give me all the minerals that I've sweated out of my body back to myself. So here goes.
You have to be honest with yourself when you hike. Listening to your body is so important, especially when alone. I can normally push through, but I could feel things were getting too much, and why wouldn't I just take a break? I mean, look at this place. If I needed to find some zen and recalibrate my body for 10 minutes, this place is definitely the perfect spot for that. The sunlight, the sound of the trees, the ducks quacking on the lake, it's paradise. I'm gonna soak it in and recharge for the last stint to camp. So let's keep going. Onwards.
Found a couple more of these shelters. It looks like Gribskov has actually built quite a lot of new shelters. It's a really nice spot. It's right on the lake. It's got a fire pit, a bench, somewhere to sleep. My huge gripe about them is that they don't have mosquito nets, and you can probably see there are a lot of bugs flying around in the sun rays. You see them? Those bugs eat you at night. They eat in the day too, and they do not have bug nets on, but my hammock does, and so I'll be taking the hammock.
Finally, I reached the camping area. And look at this cute rainbow I could capture in the optics. Makes for a nice little shot as I make my last steps for the day. I am so ready to get my backpack off, put my hammock up, slip my shoes off, and make my dinner and relax. I am utterly exhausted from today. While my water boils to make dinner and a decaf coffee, let me show you around my humble abode. Firstly, we have my bed for the night. Then there is my dining and lounge area. The best parts, though, are the views from the terrace and the serenity of being alone in nature. With my hot water ready, it's time to make dinner. I like using these instant meal packets for really tasty food that leaves me feeling well fed and energized. It's so important to maintain a good intake of protein during these hikes, and these meals are designed to give you that protein kick. I sometimes will make my own homemade version of these meals because I generally think that they're overpriced. But for this trip, I didn't have time to plan my food, so I paid for convenience. It is also time to indulge in any yummy snacks that are left in my bag. This packet of sweets has been supplying me those instant sugar rushes during the day, and there are a few left for me to devour. Lake Serenity is in full flow, and I can feel the hardship of carrying my rucksack slowly fading away. It helps immensely when you sit down and enjoy some food. I think these moments are what keeps me doing these types of hikes. The wind is always arriving at camp after a long, hard hike and feeling the simple pleasures of life take over. I love listening to the birds, eating a well-deserved meal, and just letting my body and mind wind down. So now that dinner has been consumed, I'm ready to max out the hammock vibes and enjoy my after-dinner hot decaf coffee in peace. This moment right here is the highlight of wild camping for me. Okay, well that's it. End of day one, and I am so ready to rest now. My legs hurt, my glutes hurt, and I can feel that I am so severely out of practice. But I am really cozy right now, and I am ready for some sleep. And tomorrow it's gonna feel like luxury because when I get to the hotel, I'm gonna have a shower and get clean because I feel pretty sticky and horrible. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to the hotel tomorrow. So good night, everyone, from day one. I'm ready for a nap. Good morning. Oh, here we are, day two. The sun is shining and I've slept so well. It's 6 o'clock and I've had, according to my watch, I've had 9 hours and 37 minutes of sleep. It looks so beautiful. I can't wait to get out there. I think there's some mist on the lake. I might have to get the drone out. Oh, it looks beautiful. Oh, I feel so fresh compared to last night. Look at the lake. It's gorgeous. So calm. Oh my goodness, this is why I camp. The mornings are so peaceful. I like to take my time in the mornings, so on goes the hot water for coffee. And I can't help but admire these light streams coming through the leaves of the trees I've slept under all night. There's nothing quite like the light in the peak photographic times of the day. The golden rays of the new day are striking against the green of the trees. The lake is so still, and you really only get this kind of stillness at first light, something that I miss regularly when I'm sleeping in a house. I feel fresh for a new day on the trail, and I'm pretty excited for my guest house visit waiting for me on arrival at Hornbeck. Being completely transparent here, this is the first time I have ever booked a proper bed for the night whilst through hiking. I normally like to have the full nature experience, so it'll be interesting to see how I feel about breaking the outdoor theme. Join me in part 2 of this hike series, where you'll see what the trail looks like from Esrum Lake to Hornbeck, plus the cute guest house that I stayed in for the night.